Think back to when you were younger. Your daily life probably revolved around a tightly knit circle, your family, the kids on your street, and maybe a few classmates. The boundaries of your social universe were comfortable and easy to map out. Then, that universe suddenly expands. You enter adolescence, and your social circle explodes into a complex web of group chats, social media feeds, and entirely new groups of peers at school. Having access to this massive network is exciting, but it also means you are suddenly processing a flood of new, competing voices and opinions all at once. Adapting to those voices is what we call peer influence. This is a natural, biological feature of growing up. As you seek independence from your family, your brain is hardwired to look to your age group for cues on how to act. Often, this pushes you in a positive direction. Friends might encourage you to try out for the school play, join a study group, or pick up a new sport you wouldn't have tried on your own. The challenge arises when that same pull leads toward negative pressure. That could look like being urged to download a risky app, exclude someone from a conversation, or engage in reckless physical behavior just to fit in. Managing these situations requires a lot of mental energy in person, and it becomes even more difficult when those pressures follow you everywhere you go, right inside your smartphone. That digital reality is where bullying often takes a different shape. Cyberbullying includes obvious harassment, like intentionally excluding someone, spreading rumors online, or sharing embarrassing photos without consent. The psychological weight of this online harassment is heavy. Because it happens on your own device, the bullying follows you right into your home, making it feel entirely escapable. This workflow lays out a clear protocol for handling online harassment. Recognize the behavior, report it to a trusted adult, document the abuse with screenshots, and follow up. Reporting is a critical boundary setting and protective measure for your mental health, not snitching. Beyond how others treat you, there is the matter of how you present yourself. Every comment, photo, and interaction you post leaves a permanent, searchable trail known as your digital footprint. Pausing to think before you post and actively managing your privacy settings creates a barrier that protects you. This simple habit ensures that a momentary joke doesn't follow you into future academic or career opportunities. Taking deliberate control of your digital footprint protects your online identity just as firmly as you protect your physical body in the real world. To understand why it can be so hard to pause in the moment, we have to look away from the screen and into the human mind. The Center for Decision-Making and Impulse Control is an area called the prefrontal cortex. During adolescence, your decision-making center is operating in a beta phase, constantly rewiring and updating itself. Because this wiring is actively forming, the brain is highly vulnerable to permanent interference and rapid addiction from drugs and other substances. This active development is exactly why age restrictions exist for substances like alcohol and tobacco. Those laws are in place to shield the prefrontal cortex while it finishes building its regulatory networks. When you find yourself in a social situation where these substances are offered, you need practical strategies that allow you to decline without escalating the tension. Keep the response simple and low drama. Saying, "No thanks, I'm good," or "That's not for me," is highly effective. Simply walking away from the offer is a display of confidence. Recognizing your brain's biological development removes the guilt associated with impulsivity. It gives you the clarity needed to protect your mind from long-term harm. Navigating these expanding physical, digital, and biological worlds can feel overwhelming, but true maturity means knowing how and when to utilize your community team. You do not have to do this entirely alone. This is the packaging for Jano Shadi VII sanitary napkins. This initiative ensures that adolescent girls have access to safe, affordable, and eco-friendly menstrual hygiene products. You can find these affordable health resources at local Jano Shadi centers like this one. These storefronts are the physical hubs for health support. These community resources act as essential infrastructure, designed specifically to support your transition into adulthood. Similar infrastructure exists for substance issues. The National De-Addiction Helpline, available by dialing 14446, provides a direct, confidential lifeline for anyone struggling with addiction or peer pressure regarding drugs. Here is a universal action workflow for any challenge. First, identify the problem. Second, talk to a trusted adult. Third, call a helpline or visit a community center. Communicating openly and utilizing these steps shows a mature mindset actively managing a problem. Successfully mastering the expanding world of adolescence requires awareness, strong personal boundaries, and the courage to use your support systems to build a safe, independent future.